Gator Golf is best.
I'll take your word for it.
It always will be.
Sam and Max.
Yeah, the actual game word we need to say, not this second-rate
Sam, this place
golfing
is
course.
making my head
Whoa.
Whoa,
Probably
what's
just the metal
going
plate
on?
in your head.
Yeah, it's the metal.
You know,
plate.
there's nothing scarier in life than a floating outhouse, because you know what comes out of one.
Who knows what
dial.
makes these inanimate objects dance their infernal
Yeah, what is it,
jitterbug?
Jitterbug.
I do.
Huh?
I think they're controlled by a series of really big magnets under the Earth's crust. You're an ignorant dolt, Max.
That makes no
Keep
sense.
in mind.
Good lord. It's a possessed outhouse.
The truly
This kind of
evil.
thing wouldn't happen if they had indoor plumbing.
Yeah, there is a place called Mystery Spot. It's like this, like it's located on a mountain, and they built everything at an angle so that it's basically just a big hokey like tourist trap for optical illusions.
Oh, speaking
They-
of tourists,
in Sam,
boy.
in Sam and Max world, the optical illusions are very much real.
Yeah.
I see a hint of surrealism here.
And they don't really take it much worse than we do.
But yeah,
Max?
just real quick,
What the-
Max.
What?
Okay. Oh yeah, that's part of the optical illusions. Oh look, a face. Sam.
Wow, handsome devil.
Die.
Alright.
Oh, you poked his eyes.
That's a mirror.
Let's go into the mirror. Sam, Max, stop shrinking.
There you are.
In we go.
All right.
Oh, I want to get my fur wet, Sam.
And it turns out,
I told you this place was controlled by giant magnets buried under the Earth's crust.
Oh, wow.
Lucky guess.
Huh.
a bunch of mirrors.
So it
A
is.
bunch of magnets, sorry. So, really quick, I'm going to explain this puzzle, and it took a little bit of trial and error because I believe Shavul, the mole man who knows about Bigfoots, is here, and he's behind one of those doors that we saw in the other area, but that door is randomized each
I
playthrough.
can't pick that up.
Ah.
So it took me a while to figure it out.
Whoa, hey.
Oh, hello. Suddenly Sam and Max for the Virtual Boy.
Yeah, you
We
might
want
want
to
to
be
explain
red.
the colorings here.
Yeah, each of the magnets control one of the three colors: red, green, red,
Yellow and blue.
yellow, and blue. And you see, like for instance, if I wanted to go through
Sam,
that
are
white,
you losing weight?
so if I wanted to go through that white door, I would need to have all of the magnets turned on to create white light, and thus the magnets are what magnets are
Adam.
what are controlling my size while I'm walking around this room.
Gotcha.
And if I want to go through a door, I have to be the appropriate size to enter that door.
Hurry up,
So see
little
over there.
bugger. I can't help
So
it.
see-
I lost about 1,000 pounds.
Oh, what?
So you see on
Look at all the cheese. I didn't think they could do that.
anyway, but yeah, that was the wrong door. And you see that orange door on the left? I would have to have the red and yellow magnets turned on to be the right size to open that door. Otherwise,
I can't reach the door.
we'd be too small or too big.
Makes
So,
sense.
Back down we
but
go.
now, but of all these doors, the door that Shavul's behind is randomized each playthrough. For some,
Gotcha.
it's the door on the right. For some, it's the orange door. For me, it happened to be this red door.
Well, lucky guess.
Yay! No, it took me like 3 minutes of guessing. Anyway.
Well, hey, better 3 minutes than 10.
Hey, Shavul.
There he is.
Hey there.
Who are you?
I know he doesn't
He's
look like a
Max.
mole.
We bought
Yeah,
his
he just
pump.
looks like a
And we're
bowl-shaped man.
overachievers.
That's cool, man. I'm Shavul. What do you want with me?
Hey, Sam, look.
What's up?
No.
Ah.
Well, this bottled water is a real letdown.
Sorry, he just had to. I
He
guess,
was
beat
just
that
thirsty.
little urge.
We need-
Sorry, Max, you had to deal with lukewarm water
That
there.
was my middle name. Or maybe it's Star
Oh
Child.
no, he's one of those kind of
What a
people.
pretentious little
What do you
shit.
know about Bruno?
Not the hippies. You know what, Bruno?
Wait.
Stop.
Bruno the Bigfoot?
Why do people keep asking that question?
For exposition.
Bruno and I go way back. I've always felt a special
I mean,
kinship with Bigfoot.
God knows how many
I
Brunos
feel
are out
the same
there
way
in the
about
world.
pointy sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Shh.
Don't tell that.
I haven't thought about Bruno for years. Allow me a moment to karmically link myself to him.
If you must.
If you must.
Whoa.
Hold
Whoa.
on. I'm getting something.
What is it?
I see Frog Rock between Mount Badrich and the world's
For a
largest.
moment, I thought he was
stump.
going to say he
Wait,
felt a
man,
disturbance.
Bruno's in trouble.
Wait for it.
It's like several voices screaming out in terror, and then
There's your
suddenly
reference, James.
silence.
Ouch. Of
Well,
course.
that's
There's
a
your
little
Star
bit
Wars
vague.
reference.
Guys,
But it's
I
close
can't
enough.
get a clear psychic image of Bruno.
You
The
know,
sad
even after all that
truth is
running, he
that
still
I
looks like a
haven't been able
butterball.
to concentrate very
Yeah.
well since I lost
So
my
again, the subtitles are
memory
moving too
in the
fast
biggest
sometimes.
ball of twine
I
in
never
the
got the text
world.
just right.
If you find
Whatever.
it
That's
for
okay.
me, maybe I
Anyway,
can help you.
so what we just learned is that we need his mood ring and his mood ring was lost
Well,
at the
I guess
largest
that's
ball
all
of
for
twine.
now.
And we learned that we need to go to
Make
someplace
yourself
called
at home.
Frog Rock. But that is the other part of this game that is randomized each time. Is Frog Rock will be between 2 different landmarks each time. For me, it's Mount Badrich and the world's largest stump. But for now, the largest ball of twine.
Whoa.
I remember this place, Bentley.
Aren't there? I'll admit, I've never
Only
really
cat heaven.
been
How
to
are you
many
supposed to
tourist
tip them
trap
wine
places
with
like
the
this.
ball of
I don't think I have
More
either. In fact, that's
importantly, how
that
did
is
they
something
get
that I
stopped
don't think we
rolling
really
once it was
touched
all
upon
wound?
yet. A lot of the locations in this game are basically just straight up parodies of Americana tourist traps.
Right, like there is a world's largest ball of yarn, and stuff like that, or yeah.
Every time I
work
think
here?
of a big ball of twine
Yep,
like this,
I've been
I just
for
think
40
back to
So
Time
how
Squad
can
of
I
all
help
things.
Yeah, I think
Haven't
this
seen
is
an
Bill
8-foot
Farmer
tall
talking with Bill
woodland creature
Farmer.
answering to the name
Let
of
me
Bruno
see.
around here, have you?
Are you talking about Bruno the Bigfoot?
Yeah, I think that might be
Yeah.
him.
He and a bunch of other Bigfoots helped build the ball of twine back in '56.
Wow.
Why, the
Sounds
stories
like
I
it.
could tell. No!
I've heard enough stories today.
Even
Have you seen
Sam is
Bruno
sick of it.
recently?
I haven't seen Bruno in 30 or so years. Is he in trouble?
That depends on your definition.
He may be. Also, are we gonna
I
talk
like
about the
to use
raining
one that
fish?
involves spiny echidna.
Echidna.
Yeah.
Echidna.
Part of
Is
the
there
part of the
anything else
trap.
I can help you with?
Well, no, there is
Conroy
actually a
Bumpus
reason you
passed
see those
through
fish
here.
there. We're gonna see that in a
Who's
minute.
that?
Okay.
He's a country
Hey, look at
western
this way.
star
Free
gone
food for the
berserk
cats.
With power.
I wouldn't know him if I saw him. I don't get out much.
Fair enough.
You
we
know,
can talk
he
about that.
says that now. I can just imagine the agonizing
Those are
pain he'll
leftovers
feel
from my last
the moment
fish
he has to
delivery.
get
Our
off that
famous
stool.
rotating restaurant has fresh fish flown in every
Fresh
day
fish.
from the world of fish in Mosquito Bay, Missouri.
Oh, so that
Mosquito.
big helicopter,
This ball
that
isn't really
took off
made
with all
for
the
a
fish
continuous piece of twine,
from that
is
one
it?
world of fish place comes
Yep,
here
It's the longest piece of
Oh.
twine in the world by
by
92
yards. Dang.
Wow.
Piece of your twine.
That'll be all for now.
Oh yeah, and as he mentioned, apparently it was the Bigfoot, all the Bigfoot that got together that wound up this ball to begin with.
Oh, interesting.
Or 3D.
I mean, when you stop and think
Hey.
about it, how else can you really make a ball of twine that large and actually place any sort of architecture on top?
With our nation's most valuable treasure, the elder.
Our taxpayers' dollars.
I was gonna say all the grannies that could have done all this knitting.
That
Take a
too.
leg, Max.
I thought you were gonna be
Come
like
on, Max.
I thought you were gonna be like our nation's greatest treasure, the big feet.
All of them. You know what they say about the big. Let's go up to the.
we know that they also
restaurant.
have big rods.
They also
Hey,
have
hey,
very,
Sam,
very.
I'm feeling a lot out of my element here.
There's the end of Twine,
Oh, there,
Whoa.
there it is.
but it's on the other side where the fish restaurant is.
Oh, so that's what's going on.
Chop.
Okay then.
That's where all the gets go.
You know, now that I think about it, he's
That's
tossing
one
it.
more
He's just
loose
literally
end.
tossing it out. Like, where does it even go?
It's
You always need one piece of string in
biodegradable,
games
so it
like
doesn't
this.
matter.
Ah,
Are we gonna go in?
Sorry. Yeah,
That's-
we're gonna go inside.
that's just the kid. That's just the
I
kid-friendly
can't
way
pick
of
that
saying
up.
littering.
That was something that my friend said one time. We were driving and he had an Apple core, and apples are biodegradable. So, like, I remember we were riding along. I was like young, and
These
his
exposed
mom was
wires
like,
look like they're
"You
part
can't
of
just
the
throw that out."
restaurant
And he was like,
control
"Yeah, it's
mechanism.
biodegradable." And just
Like
throws it out the
overcooked
window
pasta to me,
into a
Sam.
field.
Yeah.
But it is biodegradable. So anyway,
Yeah.
If
See what
nothing
we
else,
got
the local ant life will love it.
so these wires.
Oh.
Ouch.
Now I can control the speed and direction of the diner via these mounted binoculars.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Woo!
Maybe
Oh,
not.
stop. Anyway, so yeah, those wires control
I can't
the
pick that up.
rotation controls of this place,
Also,
which means now I can. Whoa.
I could be
I just
looking
realized
right at Frog
after
Rock,
Sam
but
did that, he
everything's
killed all
too
the
tiny.
manatees in his jacket.
Aw.
Oh,
Every last one of them.
Now we
Look
need
Yeah,
at
we
this,
can't
like,
see.
fresh meat for weeks.
Okay,
So
I've lodged
I'm
the
gonna be
magnifying
right back
lens in
real
front
quick
of
to
the
take a
mounted
quick phone call. But what
binoculars.
I'm doing is I'm now gonna look for that Mount Badrich and the stump to find Frog Rock.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
Hype, you take over for me.
And after
All
weeks
right.
of searching, we
The
find
largest
largest
stump in the world.
Okay, remember, it's between the world's largest stump and another thing. So once you find it, just scan the area in between the two of
Mount
them.
Badrich.
Mount Badrich.
Alright, so it's got to be somewhere in between these two spots.
It's
There
a
it
rock.
is.
And it's between the two things Shabool
It's a
said it
big
was
rock.
between. It must be
Not
Frog
much,
Rock.
not much bigger than the other rock we saw.
There we are.
Well, at least we can go there now.
All right.
I think I
Perfect.
can see Frog Rock.
You think you can see? You just said it was. And now let's talk to this interesting man who has an interesting talent.
What you doing?
Using my telekinetic powers to bend my tools.
Why?
Yeah, doesn't it
To
seem a
help
little...
me fix the rotating mechanism on this diner.
Oh,
Dude, watch your language. You're out in
Yeah.
public.
yeah,
What are
kids are
these
playing this
malformed
game for
tools
crying
good
out
for?
loud.
Lots of things. Like scratching those hard-to-reach places.
Yeesh.
If I didn't know any better, I say this inspired that
you
one
like
little
a free
mouse
sample?
kid who always
Sure.
cursed a
I feel
lot.
like-
Oh,
Just
yeah,
let me
Timmy.
finish
I,
this one.
I feel like that's. Oh wait, watch.
Oh,
done.
it worked.
Thanks.
Nice. Now, anyway,
Anyways,
what were you saying?
Well, bye.
I was just saying, yeah, it's important to talk to him because we're gonna need
I've
that
got to
bended
use
wrench
this
for a
elevator.
puzzle later.
Is it another case of moon logic?
I don't remember it being so, but we'll get to that later. Now let's investigate this ball of twine.
Words
'cause
like
I feel like
big
there's
and large
something
only
a
begin
little
to
bit
describe this thing.
out of
I
airs
think
about it. Like
stupid
there's,
and
it
inane
seems
would
like
be
there's something
useful
hidden
addition.
inside it.
Not to mention grotesque.
Yeah, it's as if that shadowy
This is a
gap down there
completely
might be
unusable
cuckoo.
thingamabob. I can't cut off a piece of twine in the middle. That would destroy its status as the biggest ball of twine in the world.
Yeah.
Not to mention all the architecture
I don't
up,
think that'll work.
up
I
above.
don't think that'll work. I
Some-
need something
some
more
poor
snake-like
fishfools
than
will be
out of
twine.
work.
Okay, never mind. I think I do know that you're supposed to like get it somewhere from there. I guess he just doesn't have the right item for it yet.
Ah,
Speaking
okay.
of items,
You
That's also gonna be
some
handy
hair
for
with
with
the extendo arm thingy.
Oh,
and mix
the
it up with the
magnet.
magnetic fish.
oh, that's what
and
you have
voila.
to do. Okay, stick it
How
in there,
specific?
and there's the mood ring that Chevalier needs.
Oh, look at that. Come on, can you get it out?
There
Yeah.
you go. God, wonder what other
That
poor
was
sap
awesome.
died in the making of
Not
this
to mention
twine
physically
ball.
improbable.
Yeah. But yeah, the fact that you can interchange what's on that golf ball retriever, be sure to keep that in mind.
You're back.
And we're bigger than a
Alright.
bread box.
Now we're gonna go and return
bread
his
boxes.
ring.
What do you want now?
Yeah, we gotta do that. Also, yeah, you saw one of the weirder
Is this your
puzzles
ring?
with trying to combine all the items to make that weird
Yeah, it
doohickey.
seemed a little out there.
Once you start having to combine 3 or more items, that's when the puzzles get a little
Yes,
extended.
but I don't see how that's
That
going
makes
to get me any
sense.
closer to Bruno.
Well, at the very least, it
Finding
makes you
Frog Rock's
realize
only
just
the
how much
beginning.
easier the Telltale games were.
Once you're at Frog Rock, you'll need some samples.
This is why we've
Samples?
been.
Yeah.
This is why we've been getting all that
Bigfoot
mange.
samples.
Yeah, this is why we
You
need to
know,
collect
fur
all of
and
the
stuff,
Bigfoot hair that we
3
see
of
around
them.
here.
Smear them all
Yep.
over Frog Rock.
Put the fur on the rock. Got it. Let's go,
Okay
Max.
then.
So,
But-
Wait.
why?
What?
You'll also need some Mystic Mole Man powder.
What?
You must be joking.
What?
No joke.
Is it any
Better
more
or
disgusting than
better?
mole sweat?
I was about to say.
Do, do, do. Here it is.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, he just keeps it in his trunk.
Here you
Oh,
go.
that was nice.
Sprinkle this Mystic Mole
I
Man
was
powder
really
over
nervous
the
about how he
fur.
would extract
When you've
that otherwise.
smeared it all
Oh, I
over
don't
Yeah.
think
Frog
much of it,
Rock.
partner. That's
What'll
just my
happen then?
dandruff.
Devil damn.
I was
Okay,
about to make that
ew.
joke.
Something wonderful.
Something wonderful happened. But no,
Thanks.
I was
Let's
genuinely
go,
about to make that
Max.
joke too. It was like, I'll give you some. Just scratches furiously. Here you
Yeah.
go, man.
Sorry if you might come with a few fleas. Haven't had my fin bath in a while.
And Sam was like, nah, it's okay. They can make friends with mine.
Can I have it?
You don't have fleas. I'm pretty sure your body is considered a toxic wasteland.
Max, I'm pretty sure
It's another
fleas
type
have
of
you
Sasquatch
instead.
hair and mange.
My rabbity senses
True,
tell me that
I
this
mean-
is not Bruno's hair and mange.
When flea season comes around, I tend to get hungry.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he
I,
doesn't know. So
I don't
basically,
think, I don't get the love thing.
I don't know. He's just talking about his weird senses. Anyway, let's go to Far Rock. And yep, turns out the Mystery Vortex also had a Bigfoot. Running theme. Let's go.
Interesting.
Now that we have all the hairs.
This doesn't look like a frog at all.
No, it doesn't.
My
Well,
innocence has been shattered by this blatant toy
it's sort of
trap.
shaped
I want
like
my
it.
money back.
It just doesn't have any
We didn't pay
face that
anything.
looks like a frog.
Well, somebody better give me some money.
Somebody's gonna miss some money.
I mean, for all we
Fine,
know,
so
maybe it's just doing its damn best camouflage routine.
All right.
I love how Max has to hop up every time, and he does this every time for all 3. I don't know why.
Yeah,
he
you have to put
stay
them
up
all
there.
individually.
Yeah,
Makes
it's
sense.
how
it's
it
one of those
works.
cases where you wish you could combine them all, but it saves on costs, I guess.
But Max needs the exercise. All right, Max, we do another rep. Get up, back up there.
But I don't need to do no reps. I have sexy legs.
Okay.
Oh,
That's gross, Sam.
Now we just need the magic powder. And to
Alrighty.
speak the magic words.
And the less we think about it, the better. Here you go.
Let's see, the magic works. Ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah,
Well?
ting, tang,
Wait
talala,
for
bang,
it.
bang.
Look.
By the way, don't mind my little moonwalking routine, Max.
Sure gets dark quickly around here.
Yeah.
Guess so.
I don't think this is a natural occurrence, Max.
Let us
In
watch
fact, I
what
think we're
may
witnessing a
happen and
celestial convergence
thus
of some
throw the
sort.
cannon of Sam
You
and
think
Max
it'll make
for
that
even
rock look
more
like
of a loop.
frog?
Aliens.
You
Oh,
know.
hello.
This offering pleases us.
Oh, aliens.
Oh!
And the Moleman came from space.
Apparently.
I knew it!
I mean, I guess it does make sense when they're fighting cosmic entities like those in the Dark Realm. And there's our clue.
Go to
Go to-
Columbusville.
This means something, Sam.
Yes, it does, Max. Jeez. Means we gotta go to frickin' Conroy Bumpus's house.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, off to Countryville.
Max is like, I think it's trying to tell us something.
I think it's English.
I love that bit.
It's a Conroy world after all.
Yep.
If we ever get this rich and famous, I want you to shoot me, Sam.
It'll be a
Ah.
pleasure.
No worries.
Well,
Yeah,
here we
this
are.
is...
I'm curious, do you use the well at all?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
But I was gonna say, yeah, definitely this is how big of an ego the frickin' Country Star has.
Yeah.
A wishing well.
I wish I had absolute power to decide who lives and who dies.
What?
I think we'd need a bigger well.
Didn't we
And-
just go through a whole Super Ego episode not that long ago, Max?
Now let's see.
What
Yeah.
now?
I wish this game were over.
The
Oh.
end.
Oh!
Oh, okay.
Thank you all very much for...
Hold
What
it.
the...
What?
Then
Get back here.
get back.
Okay.
Ah, he doesn't want us to
We're
leave.
dealing with a very literal well here.
Yeah, we don't want it to be over. We want the closure.
Now Max is like, ooh, let me try, let me
think-
try.
I think you could do it again, and the next thing he'll say is, I wish I knew what Max was thinking, and you just hear silence, and he just goes, well, that's a waste of money.
Cripes. Hey, Max, take a
That's
look
funny.
at this.
It's titled Me, Myself, and I.
Hey,
Man,
you learned how to
frickin'
read.
Conroy...
You'll
Oh,
learn
hey,
how
you
to
learned how to
read.
read. One of these days I want Max, or... It was one of my favorite jokes from Family Guy early seasons, but I would... Oh. Looky. bed.
Ooh.
Wow, it's Monster
Damn.
Truck Weekend.
Eat your heart out,
Happening
car
every
beds. We got
Sunday.
monster truck beds now.
Sunday.
Complete with
Sunday.
with an
Okay, I'm
escalator.
over the shock now.
Over the
Yeah.
shop.
I'm not, but I'm sure my gentle naivete will
But yeah, no,
survive.
it was one of my favorite jokes from early Family Guy, but I would love if at one point one of them were just talking and then Max, or probably be Max saying,
Hey, it's an
"Oh my
escalator.
God, you can talk!"
It's a
They
pillow.
do have,
And
they do
yeah, it's
make
got
gags like that
Miracle
every now
Grow
and then,
hair
like in
tonic
season
all
3, where it's
over
like,
Oh.
I sometimes have to.
Oh,
Oh, hello.
I was about to say, it's like,
And the front door. But
I was
whatever.
about to say, like, I remember in season 3, there's a guy like, my friend has short-term memory loss, and I have to bring him up to speed every now and then.
Ah, giant talking dog.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. And look, a toupee.
It's one of Conroy's toupees.
Remember
We're gonna
that,
need
'cause
that
we'll
later, I
need that
bet.
too. And same with that
And I
giant
need
book.
to... Just climb it, jeez. Okay, I need to get that fancy book.
Looks like
I
on
mean,
how
we
to
start
work on
thinking about it a little
Android
bit. Climbing up that thing with
If I
that
had the
those
slightest
long
inclination
pair
to
of
strain
long
myself,
pair of slacks
I
is
could
probably a
probably
health
reach it.
hazard.
I know.
However, I'm sure I can drag this out into a longer yet more
No,
satisfying
no more
experience.
puzzles.
I love that joke. It's like, I could just reach over and grab it, but I'd rather turn it into a puzzle.
Fine, let's use the frickin' Jesse James hand again.
All right.
Max, stand there for
What
no
you doing?
reason whatsoever.
Hang back, buddy, and observe my magic.
It's
You're a
called
magician?
I'm going to make your memory of this event disappear.
It's called moon magic.
Oh, ow.
Oh!
Beautiful moon magic. Okay, and I love this. So it turned to the first page that we need to start reading. So what is Sam gonna do?
Oops.
He's just gonna start reading.
Yeah, I knew
See.
it.
Just,
like Max
just
is
stay
gonna
there,
care.
Max. Yeah. Don't worry, Max. I'm just gonna start reading this chapter.
I feel a little bit of me crushed inside, Sam.
15 hours later.
Later.
And
There
what
you
a
go.
riveting read.
Find
There you
out
go,
all you
Max.
need to know?
Maybe. I got a little lost in the troubleshooting chapter.
Oh, well.
Now, okay.
Uh-oh.
That was just fun.
But
So,
yeah, it's important that we need that because we're going to need that information because you know that little drone that we saw earlier? We're going to need to learn how to control that.
hey,
there.
Mr.
Don't I know you?
Dude.
I don't know. You ever in the Pensacola camp for problem children?
This suddenly explains a lot.
Well, that's where I spent most of the last 10 years.
10 years?
So I don't see how we could have met.
Jordy, do you have any taste for country music at all?
It really depends. I am not the biggest fan of country music, but there are like maybe a few songs I can make an exception for if they're really good.
It does have to depend on like the tone or whatever. Like, I don't think I could listen to it like.
Found a baboon's heart for my sister's transplant operation, and
I was gonna say I don't think I'm ever like
what's all this?
I don't think I'm ever like
equipment
able
for?
to like really listen to country music just on the radio, but like there are a couple songs like "Honey I'm Good" or the
Oh, that song! That was by Andy Grammer.
Yeah, there's a couple I like.
The devil.
I think Keith Urban's a classic kind of guy. Does a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and Carrie Underwood.
All things considered, I just think country as a genre only really works when it's not by itself.
Yeah, I think you're right. Like if it's a
vocalized for that matter.
One of my favorite bands. I'll just finish off this thought real quick, then I'll ask Hype about his. Is like one of my favorite country bands. Is I think they're actually from like freaking like Switzerland or something like that. They're like from some European country. They call themselves Rednecks with an X at the end.
Really?
They do a bunch of these like country like electronic kind of songs and stuff. Like they did like this really popular dance mix version of Cotton Eye Joe, for instance, and they did a bunch of other songs and stuff. But that's one of my favorite kind of bands. But yeah, and it's kind of like a more new age kind of country. What about you, Hype?
I really don't care much for country, and apparently I'm considered blasphemous since I'm from the South.
Now that just means you're better than most people from the South.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No disrespect to those that live in the South. You all know who you are.
Alrighty. But join us all in the next part where we will be partaking in some Wild West shenanigans in cyberspace.
Wait, till next time, guys.
Bye, y'all.
Doesn't make sense.
I'm gonna kill me a Durgan.